So today's our last day in Wales. We got up and it was just pouring with rain. It's rained all night and we're off to Harlech. As we're driving there, just saw floods everywhere. Just water pouring off the hills, down the rivers. Rivers burst their banks, water all over the fields. But we got to Harlech and we decided we'd brave it. So here we are. This is about sort of 9:30 in the morning. It's raining, it's windy, it's Storm Pia that's hitting Wales at the moment. And it's very wild on Harlech Beach this morning. You can see the waves are crashing in. It's very grey. Can't see the mountains in the background that you can usually see down there. But Fairy, we thought we'd put her Christmas jumper on so it's nice and bright and we can see her. Because it's so grey and cloudy, she would just blend in to the background. As soon as Fairy's feet hit the sand, she was really excited again, bouncing around, spinning. But actually today, I think because it was so windy, she didn't want to leave us. She was clinging to us like a limpet and wouldn't run off. I was trying to encourage her to go off and run, but she just wanted to stick by us today. Probably she was unsure of the weather, the wind and the rain, and didn't feel safe leaving us. We had her GoPro on her back, and here is some footage of her chasing the ball, or picking the ball up and then running with it. But she didn't go far from us. She didn't want to run the speed or the distance that she normally runs on the beach. She was happy to run around chasing the ball, but she really didn't run far today. We were the only people on the beach. It's 3 miles long. We didn't see another single person today. We had the whole beach to ourselves. Fairy loves chasing the ball. She had loads of fun running around with the ball today, but we didn't spend long on the beach. We probably only stayed out about 15 minutes because it really wasn't very nice weather. We'll have to try again when the weather's a bit nicer. I did want to fly the drone, but there was no way I was getting the drone out in the wind. That would have been a disaster, but we'll try that next time when the weather's calm and nice and sunny. As always, I took some chicken breasts for Fairy as a treat when she came back to me, and her doggy water drinking bottle. She really wasn't interested at all in drinking today, but she did have a drink when we got back to the van.
Go on then. Try it then.
After Fairy had run around for a while, we put her thick coat back on to keep her nice and warm. Once Fairy had her warm jacket on, she played with the ball for a little bit longer. She didn't run very far, so she didn't get too hot. You can see how windy it was because her ears were flapping in the wind. Played a little game of chase with Fairy, where I growl and she growls and she barks and she just gets really, really excited. Play growling, she's not being aggressive, she just likes growling. And Fairy had some more chicken, and we decided we'd had enough and we would head back to the car park. We started walking off up towards the sand dunes, and as Fairy had stuck by my side the whole time, I hadn't yet put her back on the lead. Then suddenly she decided that she would bolt off over the sand dune, and I was a bit worried, hoping that she would turn around and come back again. And she did. She came pelting back 40 miles an hour. Rewarded her with some more chicken for coming back, and then we carried on walking back to the van. We saw the big black bird that we'd seen on the beach flying ahead of us. It kept landing on the posts. When we got back to the camper van, Fairy had a lovely long drink from her doggy water bottle. It's really convenient for taking out with us on walks. It's got a little bowl at the end which the water comes out into that she can drink from. Then I gave her her favourite squeaky cat toy to have in the back of the van with her. And once she'd had plenty of time to get her breath back and cool down after her run, she had her breakfast. Fresh chicken breasts mixed with her kibble, which she had laying down in the back of the van. Made some sandwiches for ourselves as well in the back of the van. Fairy's very well behaved when there's human plates of food around. She won't touch food that you leave out on the side or on a plate. So here's the sandwiches in front of her. You can see she's not interested. She wouldn't just help herself to those. And then off we go, heading home for Christmas. As you can see, the weather on the way back was windy and wet, but beautiful views over Wales there. Lots of sheep and lots of lovely waterfalls and rivers bursting their banks on the way back. Thanks again for watching. Hopefully my next video will be using the drone flying above Fairy, but we will need some decent calm weather for that. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and turn on your notifications. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely Christmas.